Hey, this is GunsmithBeard back with another gun video this week. It's exciting to see you guys. I know the video is a couple days late and I do apologize for that, but thank you for coming back this week. Hopefully you'll like the gun of the week and we'll have some good conversations in the comment section. But if you're new, also welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. Special thank you to our channel supporters, which is BROWNELLS, SWAMPFOX Optics, and Shooter Innovations. So without further delay, let's take a close look of the gun of the week. Be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. So now that you've had a chance to see up close the gun of the week, you might have noticed it's another shotgun. And I know you guys like shotguns, but this was actually a request from my dad. This was a shotgun that I pretty much took the bare bones, pretty bad shaped shotgun, and I did a lot of work to it. So it is a Remington 870 Wingmaster. And if you're not really familiar with 870s, which I really think you guys probably will be, is they've been around a long time. And a lot of guys, including myself, will say that if you want a Remington 870, then the best thing to do is to get an older one. And I tend to agree with that. The older ones were made better, and if yours has Wingmaster model 870, then you most likely have an older one. There were some Wingmasters that were brought back for an extensive amount of time, and to me they were no better than the 870 Expresses. The finish wasn't blued. It was like a parkerized black kind of Mafic color. It wasn't nearly as nice. And so I bought this shotgun while I was in gunsmithing school, trying to get my firearms technology degree. And I bought this. It was in really bad shape. I ended up stripping all the finish off. I re-blued the action, the barrel, and then obviously I couldn't leave it at that. I made it pretty customized. This is a 20-inch barrel. It was a 26. I cut it, I recrowned it. I even ported the barrel up here at the front. I liked having a shorter filled barrel with the top rib on top. I thought it looked really cool. I did extend the tube out. So in my opinion, this is a really nice shotgun. And of course, you guys might have already noticed right off the gate, the wood on here it has a lot of good fingering and tigering. This is exhibition grade walnut. And if you look again at the tigering in the forearm and even the buttstock back here, this is what they call an English style buttstock. It's a little bit different than the American style, and guys, it's so pretty. I love a good piece of wood, and believe it or not, when I was about to graduate from gunsmithing school, Remington, we all know, was kind of going downhill, and they were trying to close their custom shop, and so the school got a donation from Remington, which was probably from Dakota Arms if you know the history of Remington. most of the custom shop was run by another company, a sister company called Dakota Arms, and they had a pallet full of wood, and they were just giving it to the students. And so, of course, I dug through that pallet, because you're going to give beautiful wood like that away for free. You know I'm going to get in there and get some. So I got this 2 sets. I don't know if they're matching, but they're pretty dang close. The fingering and the just grade of walnut this is, I mean, it's beautiful, guys. If you like some wood, especially on something this is kind of tactical home defense, it makes it pop, in my opinion. It really makes it contrast against all the black. And so I like doing that with shotguns, is take a shotgun that's going to be kind of home defense and actually put some wood on it, especially really pretty wood, and I think it really contrasts nicely. This does have the Picatinny optic rail on top. I did have to drill and tap the holes for this Picatinny optic rail, because the top of the receiver was not drilled and tapped. So I wanted the option of running an optic if I wanted to. Plus it has fiber optic rear and front sights that I can't remember. I think these are True Glow. I don't remember, honestly, the company that made these. And I'm not even sure if they make these anymore, but they attach to your vent rib. So if these still are made, these are actually a really good option for sights. I believe this is a Nordic component kit for a magazine tube extension. So if you know anything about Nordic, you have to buy this adapter nut, then the tube, then the end cap, then the spring, an extended spring. And if your magazine tube has the dimples, they have to come out. But as you know, if you have an older 870 that's a Wingmaster, there was no dimples. There's a retention cap inside that you have to remove, which is super easy. You kind of push it in, turn it, and then pull it back out, and then the retention cap kind of comes out of the tube, so you can put a longer tube. And if you want to upgrade the follower, you can. This one does, let me see. This one does have a stainless steel upgraded follower. Why would you want to do that? Because the Remington, for the most part, a lot of their stuff is cheap. They give you a bright orange plastic one, which is terrible. So I usually go with either a stainless steel follower or a CNC'd aluminum follower that has a pretty bright color. This one is just a stainless steel one, but it's a lifetime follower. You shouldn't ever have to find yourself replacing it, because it is 100% lifetime, 1,000 times better than what came from Remington. I will say, for a shotgun like this, I love to do porting. So it has 6 holes on each side that help keep the muzzle flat, so you can shoot this pretty quick and your muzzle stays pretty docile. It keeps the front sight and the muzzle down when you're shooting. So in a home defense situation, I think muzzle down ported barrels are phenomenal, and I'm a big fan of that. Now, I'm going to kind of jump into the woods a little bit because I'm a gunsmith, and some of you guys might know what I'm talking about, others may not. So once I did the barrel work, so when you cut a barrel, you should really recrown it and face it first. Facing means you take on a lathe and you touch it with a cutting tool, and it makes it perfectly flat, because a lot of times if you cut something, it's not perfectly flat. So you need to face the barrel first, and then you can put a crown on it, which is what I did. I rolled the edge and crowned it. But then for barrel work, if you're going to port it, you need to run what we call a flex home and polish the inside so there's no burrs. So you basically pull the barrel out and you put it in a vise, some soft jaw vise on your bench. You take a corded or cordless drill, put a flex home rod in, and you polish the inside of the barrel so it's nice and smooth. But before you do that, if you want to do something really cool with your shotgun that's going to make a huge performance difference, is you open the forcing cone. So a lot of guys are going to be like, what is he talking about? What the heck is a forcing cone? Well, the forcing cone is kind of set up by the barreling company to control how wide the hole opens up when you're firing. So you can kind of look at your spent holes and see how wide the hole opened up, and that's controlled by the forcing cone in the barrel. And a lot of times, to be honest, if you look at the inside of a barrel and you look at your holes, you'll find that it's only at like a 70%, sometimes 80% forcing cone. What I like to do is I like to push that to like at least a 90% to even a 95% forcing cone opening. And what that does is, because the hole opens up more, you get a better pattern, you get better performance out of the shells you shoot out of your shotgun. So it's really important. A lot of guys hear about that, they're not sure if they should spend the money on porting or even the forcing cone. And I'll go ahead and tell you, to be honest, if somebody has your barrel and you're doing porting and they're gonna have to polish it anyway, you might as well get the forcing cone done too. Go ahead and pay the money. Sometimes it's like $75 to $100. Trust me, it will be night and day difference between the two. But a lot of guys understand porting and boring out things like on motors. Guys, performance is all there. So if you do that on a shotgun barrel, you're definitely going to see the difference, and it is a substantial difference. So anyway, these are a lot of the custom things that were on this 870 Wingmaster that I did. I'm guessing by the serial number, this was in probably the late 60s, early 70s model. It is a really nice shotgun. My dad really loved it. I think I might even have got a couple tears when I gave it to him, but this is a really nice shotgun. You guys love shotguns, and so I wanted to bring you a really cool one that's not all black. It actually has some beautiful wood on it. And so if you guys like wood on your firearms and you're not all blacked out, tacked out, then this one might be more for you, and you might like that one a little better. But anyway, thank you for your time, and as always, I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.